Yes, here we go. Welcome everybody to Quick Wrap CHL edition. First time ever. Here we go. I got my guests with me tonight. One from each division. We seem to be frozen, but that's okay. We're going to be just fine. I've got with me in the bottom right corner, Mr. Michael Scott. How are you doing tonight?
What's up, boys? Like my Notorious shirt?
It's a nice shirt. Looks like you're frozen right now on my screen. I don't know if they're going to see that or not, but that's okay. To his side there in the bottom left corner, we have DUSTydanglezz. How you doing, Dusty?
Good. Happy to be here.
And just above him, you see the CHL's Jesus himself. That's Roland J0071. How you doing, Roland?
I'm here. I'm alive and I'm ready to go.
You are alive. And of course, no need for an introduction there. Top right corner, CHL's very own and very famous SirMikeKnight. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, that's good. I will be handing out fines for naughty behavior. So we're gonna get going right away here.
I'm gonna be broke by the end of this.
Oh, you're definitely losing some money. I got the jar out, the swear jar. Everybody's gonna be paying tonight. So there he goes. First quarter. So I want to start off with our first topic right off the top. I want to talk about the Erie Otters. What the fuck happened to those guys this year? They were fucking brutal. Anybody who wants to start on that? Who wants to take a bite of that fucking shit pie?
You know, go ahead.
Oh, everybody wants to jump on.
Oh, I think everybody does, yeah.
Well, the only reason I'd say I'd go first is because I know their owner. I think it was who went out there and did it. Anderson, the owner for Erie. Well, the thing with TC, like, he did what I did, which was TC to owner, and I feel like that doesn't work out very often. I'm very blessed that it did work out, but for a lot of people, it doesn't, and I feel like he bit off more than he can chew, and he got his ass clapped. I mean, I like that bad. I mean, I don't know. Good thing for me, I had a GM who knew what he was doing, but I don't know what to say. 15. I think they were at 15 losses in a row last time I checked. High score of 23 losses in a row.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any sort of need for this disclaimer, but nobody here is going to be on Erie's side. I'm sure of it.
Honestly, that's gonna be a good segue for me. The 23 losses in a row. I'm the reason they didn't have 24.
That's amazing.
Expose yourself. I got a lot of respect for that.
Yeah, well, we all know that I suck. I'm actually having a decent season this season, which is fucking crazy. I've got a positive plus minus for the first time since my first season in LG. Absolutely outstanding. Still losing record.
Every now and again.
Well, it's still a losing record, but it is what it is.
It works.
But no, yeah, Erie beat us in OT to kill their freaking losing streak.
Hey, you're a very charitable man, Mike. We appreciate that.
I felt bad.
Yeah, it should be said, though, as well about your stats this season. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every so often, right? So.
That's right.
What do you think, Roland? What do you think about Erie?
9 wins, 58 losses. Currently on a 17-loss streak. High, like you said, 23.
To be fair, like 7 of those are forfeits.
It doesn't matter. Forfeit's still a loss. Come on. Dictator had a rough go from the start. I think his GM and his AGM quit within the first 2 weeks, and once you start losing people, it's battle for the rest of the way.
No doubt.
I want to know, is that the worst record that the CHL's ever seen? I mean, that's close.
You've been around a while, Mike. What do you think?
It's got to be pretty damn close. The last team I remember losing this terribly, probably season 6's the Cataracts. That was pretty freaking terrible. But I think they still, I still think they won 12. Yeah. Exactly. I was going to say, I think they still won double digits. Yeah. It was just, I don't think I've ever seen a team not win at least 10 games in a season.
Saginaw. I mean, we've been in the O forever, and I can't remember Saginaw having this bad of a record. And they were
terrible for a long time.
Man, they went through a 5-season stretch there where it was like chalk up a W because we're playing them at least, man.
So this may actually be the Detroit Lions of,
Well, congratulations to the Erie Otters. If any of you are still around, on the chat or watching any of these videos, kudos to you for being the worst. Mike Scott, what do you got to say about this?
So the majority of the players on Erie Otters are from another league, the Moose Hockey League. And there's a lot of decent players from that league, and they found a way to pick every single one of the bad ones. Rat, Ruse, a ton of terrible players that didn't have chemistry over there. So I don't know what they tried to do over here, but at least they know.
A fucking joke.
Well, you saw that one.
It should be noted that Mr. Michael Scott, your picture right now is frozen for me, and you have got some serious fucking look on your face, like some kind of scowl right now. It's pretty nice, and as a tribute as well. Hey, look at that, the BHL shirt. I'm wearing it tonight. We didn't even plan that. He wore my shirt. I wore his. That's beautiful. Let's kind of bury Erie here. The smell is bad enough. Let's move on, and I want to talk about something else here. I've been in the AHL for quite some time. I think it was 8 or 9 seasons. In the last couple seasons, I've come down for little stints. I guess my skills are deteriorating enough that they aren't fooled to keep me there. But I've noticed there's a lot of really good quality players here in the CHL. Guys in the AHL, they talk shit all the time about the CHL guys. But you know what? I bet you there's some fucking teams in the CHL right now that could whoop some AHL teams. And I'm not meaning the bottom ones. I mean the top ones. So what's the deal? Like, why do people shit on the CHL players?
All right, here's the thing about CHL, man. CHL is tough to play in. And the reason I say that is because you have a mixed bag of players. You've got a bunch of the prospects coming in who are actually really fucking good at the game, but obviously can't move up first season, so they have to play at least one season in the CHL. Then you have the lifers, myself, Roland, Sprangy, all the guys that have been down here for fucking ever, who some are absolutely terrible. And it's tough to play down here because you do have such a mixed bag. You don't know who you're going to get from roster to roster. And a lot of these teams don't know how to fucking play defense. When you go up to the AHL, I noticed a big difference when I played in the AHL. In the AHL, people know how to fucking play. And that's what makes it so much easier to play up there. I'm not saying that the talent is way better down here in the CHL.
Right.
I'm saying it's way easier to play in the AHL than it is to play in the CHL. I've said this multiple times, and I've gotten shit on multiple times by AHL guys. I don't give a shit. It's so much easier to play in the AHL than it is to play in the CHL.
Hey, Notorious, real quick, man. A couple of people have sent me messages saying they can't hear me on your stream.
Oh. Well, I don't know how to remedy that, unfortunately.
I'm dead.
Write notes. Speak louder. I don't know what to say to that. Anybody else want to touch on that? What's the deal with the CHL? Why do you guys get such a shitty rap down here?
As someone who it took me 2 to 3 seasons to break into to finally get into roster, and it was only when I took management that I really became roster. And I was on some pretty stacked teams 2 seasons ago. I was on Mississauga. We got upset in the first round by Kingston. But I think my points speak for myself that I was good enough to play. And I think the problem with TCs is a lot of them, they don't get the looks they deserve. Why is the CHL so hard? A lot more people are joining the website, and that's expanding the talent pool. I heard about LG almost a year ago now, maybe a little bit over, from an NHL streamer, Nuge. He's here. That's how I heard about LG, and I joined, give or take a little bit over or under a year, and I picked and I showed it to 3 or 4 friends that joined me and that they're on my roster now, and that I stole from Mike Scott, and it's
just
so yeah,
straight up theft.
Talent pool expanding is what I'd have to chalk that up to.
It's spillover. and have room for everybody.
The CHL gets it every year, man. It's always, it comes down to an immaturity type deal. We go in here, we play your hearts out, and then you go into the shout box and act like a fucking idiot. And higher ups look at that, and it's just like another cancer. If you don't have the pure raw talent to actually back up your shit talking, it just becomes like CHL is all shit. But I tell you, there's quite a few players this season that just came out of nowhere. The Pete's, that Wayne Kinoff or whatever his name is, that guy's the truth.
Okay, well before you get too far into that role, and let me just sort of we'll segue into that, and that is, who do you think that's currently in the CHL would be a great fit for the HL or even the NHL? Who can make that jump right now?
Who can or who should?
Who? Well, okay, that's a good point. There's a lot of guys that may be hiding, but let's talk about who can. Like who do we think shouldn't be here, right? Who should be up because they're just that far ahead in skill.
I need to see Street Smurf in the A or the N. I need to see it.
I need to see, not in the C. Going for 8.5 mil, scoring, putting up 100 points per season.
Okay.
And that's ridiculous. I mean, if you look at his track record, I mean, he's stayed back 2-3 seasons now, literally last. He knows he's going to get a high bid. He's not going to get caught up. We've all seen him play, not the best competition. He did play us this season, and he did win. I will say we did have a couple of ECUs, but that's no excuse. Kid is good. I think that he's just he's too worried about going up and just shit in the bed completely. But the kid's got to go, man. He's got to go up.
What about you, Mike? Mike Scott, I should say. Sorry, Mr. Knight. I'm sorry about that. Don't cut me off now. So, Mike Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. This season would have been really bad if some of these guys who dodged the draft didn't come down. The talent would just be so bad. So I'm not gonna complain about any of those guys being down here. At least this season. Maybe next season.
Okay, all right. Hey, Roland, are you getting like a back rub or something here? What the fuck? I'm not getting any back rubs. Look, I see a hand keep appearing.
That's my third hand.
Can we see a boob?
Shit.
I'm very talented.
This is rated for mature audiences. We can whip out a titty.
She's already gotten one Twitch ban, isn't that right, baby? Her butt's in the air right now.
All right, so let's move on. Now I feel this is gonna be where maybe we go a little longer than we normally do. Mike may need to be restrained here, but let's talk about the All-Star game.
Like, you hold me back. Like, you hold me back.
hold Daddy back. Yeah. So the All-Star game. Do we keep it? Do we lose it? Do we like it? Do we love it? Like, what's the deal?
I love having an All-Star. And that's one of the things that the Doghouse tried to bring every season was an All-Star type of game. The last couple seasons, Wizza had taken it over, and then Roski takes it. How the fuck are you going to have the leading scorer in the CHL not in the voting?
Not even nominated.
Wait, we're talking about Smurf again?
I don't give a shit. Love him, hate him, I don't give a fuck. He is, hands down, the best scorer in the CHL right now. I'm sorry. He has the most points. How is
Against
he not in
95%.
voting? I don't care. I don't care.
Let me play devil's advocate here.
The bottom line is that he has multiple people in that same exact division playing the same exact teams who do not put as many points as he does. And he is not in All-Star voting.
So let me play devil's advocate. I don't know who exactly set up the All-Star game this year or the committee of guys that did. I was not paying that close attention to it. But is that the problem? Is it just the people that are involved in it?
Personal feelings are getting in the way. That's why.
For the W, it was Soak. That's all I know. Like, they nominated people.
Soak, Grizz, Rasky, and who was from the E? Rasky was from the E. Let's see, the Q was Grizz, Soak was the W.
So each group had a member that sort of made the nominations then? Each division?
Oh, Jumbo Jonesy.
See, I didn't think the O was too terrible.
No, it was not that bad. Shawinigan, 101 points, and they're like a 7th seed, something like that. That's ridiculous.
Okay. So
here's the thing, man. You can't just pick and choose people from each position, from each division, and go go ahead. It just doesn't work. We've tried this in the past. It does not fucking work. What the hell is going off in my head here?
I don't know. I hear a train. Someone's got a train going.
Where's Jet? Is Jet here?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that was pretty funny.
Roland, are you gonna go?
Oh, God. I told you, train track, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Roland's living that fucking hobo life. The fucking train he's sitting on just started rolling. Holy shit. That's great. Okay, so we don't like the setup, right? So how
It's great that they're trying to put something together, and
right.
I give them all the props in the world if it actually happens.
Are they expecting to play games?
I think you learn from the way that you did it this season. Fix it next season.
Are they actually expecting to play games?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I thought it was just going to be in name, like, you know, these guys are all-stars kind of thing. But, yeah, if you're...
It's going to be a 4 or 5 game set. Something
Wow.
like that.
I mean, for the last 5 seasons, the Doghouse ran it. It was a tournament. So we did like the Q versus the E and the W versus the O. Winners go on to the winning game. The losers go on to the all-enforcer game.
Okay. That's fun.
And, yeah.
If I'm making a suggestion, you follow the lead of someone who's done it before, and if I could just say from the AHL, Bryson there who runs it and has run it in the past and dunks, they've always run a good thing. You know, ask for advice. Go up to those guys and ask them, hey, how do you do it? What's your mode on that? And you know, follow the lead of someone who's done it successfully. Ask Mike. Mike has done it in the past with the Doghouse, and it's been successful. So you got to do that. Yeah, I understand you want to put your own mark on it, you put your own stamp on it, but if your stamp is the shits, and your stamp is getting this much negative feedback, maybe it's not the right move. Mike Scott, you got anything to say about it?
It's not like seeing like the easiest thing. I mean, it's not like we don't have 4 leagues now. It would be so easy to do something as simple as, you know, like a Mem Cup best, but except best of 1, and you know, like the O plays the Q, and then the E plays the W, and the winners play and the losers play. You know, how is that like? Think like I don't how that's so simple.
That's exactly how we've been doing it. That's exactly how it's been run for the last 5 seasons.
So what's everyone talking like this about? You know what I mean?
Because it's different people running it.
Yeah. Different crowd first season. I think it'll get there. I mean, they're all smart guys.
It's growing pains too. Growing pains, right?
Most of that group doesn't stay together, obviously. So,
I mean, it's a lot harder than any of you guys think, and I know that, you know, from helping run it, it is fucking hard as shit to get these people to fuck together at the same time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And even a lot of these people, a lot of these all-stars have huge fucking egos. So when they lose that first game, they're not going to show up for the losers bracket.
True enough.
No.
I've actually had to play the losers bracket as a fill-in. Actually, last season we had what the fuck, Waxy. Waxy came in and fucking filled in. You know, it was just, yeah, it can be very difficult. I hope they know what they're in for, and I hope that they get a round of all-stars that are actually going to fucking stick around and actually do it.
Anybody else have anything to add to that? I saw Mr. Mike Scott there. You're holding up your Donnywood sign there.
Yeah, Donnywood was snubbed from the All-Star game.
Poor Donnie, eh?
But on the Street Smurf thing, I kind of agreed when they were doing the broadcast. They said that in past years he never showed up. He has 2 strikes right now from Halifax. I don't know what's going on with them or what the plan is heading into the playoffs. So at the end of the day, you can only pick like 6 guys from each of these huge, 76 teams. Why waste it on a guy that's not even going to show up? So
yeah.
if we're playing devil's advocate, if you're actually going to play the games, if you were just doing like an award banner or something. But if it's
Well,
an actual game,
I get that it's an actual game, but it is also a banner. It's a little fucking award on the site as well. So that's
a little different then.
I heard
that's why we always had backups.
Yeah. What's the best way to avoid not showing up for the All-Star game? Not even making him an option.
You can't. There's no answer that covers everything, right? Because you got 1,000 different guys with 1,000 different attitudes. It's like there's no black and white. It has to be a shade of gray. And having the extra guys and rolling with those extra guys is really the only way you can do it, I think. You know, let the guys play that want to play. If you don't want to play, fuck off. You know, we don't need you. So, if you don't intend on playing, you just decline. Say, hey, you know what? I'm not interested. It's not my thing. I'm way too cool for that, or whatever, and step away.
You know, thank you for the nomination, but I just can't.
Exactly.
Can't commit.
Exactly.
Whatever.
All right, we'll wrap that up. I think we beat that one. It's good. I want to move on to another topic here, and that is maybe something might be a little sore for Mr. Michael Scott here, and that is the ECHL. Is the ECHL the red-headed stepchild of the CHL? People seem to hate him.
Yes and no.
Okay, explain.
The ECHL has some really good talent.
Yes.
I mean, it showed that last season in its initial season. Brampton and Florida were great freaking teams. The Walleye, and it's the same thing this season. My issue is you've got some of the worst teams in the CHL, and now in the playoffs. That's my issue. That's the yes and no.
But they should be. They should be.
Have some really good talent, some really good teams that could absolutely win a Mem Cup. Absolutely.
So what do you do?
Then they've got a watered down fucking division, all making it to the fucking playoffs.
So what do you do? Give just 5 spots to the ECHL, and the final 3 are wild cards from the other 3 divisions, or
Add 2 teams.
Yeah, essentially,
Two teams.
at least 2 teams.
I think they covered it last night. They just didn't do it because the manager pool was terrible. But I think
Come on, we had 89 people go for ownership. You already let half these idiots come in here first season. Literally, my inbox in my Discord, man, is literally like a hooker's phone. It gets blown up every 20 seconds about some question on the site.
hi-oh.
And I'm like, this was on the test.
on that help.
That's right. This is on the test. You guys should know this. And you keep asking the same questions over and over again. So it makes me think, how the fuck did you even get past the test? I mean, if you're going to go ahead and give, I'd say 15 different owners a team, might as well go ahead and make it 20. Give those extra 5. Give those extra 10 out. Whatever it is. Add 2 teams to both sides of the E.
I just think if
Then
you do that, you're gonna.
You'll have 4 more teams to just pick on.
Yeah, but I think if you do that, you're just gonna expand your problems. You're gonna have more fucked up teams with bad ownership and people quitting, and you want quality over quantity, I think.
Yeah, but you don't want to give a free bitch pass, man.
You get teams like Erie when new owners come in.
It's like a fat kid on a baseball team who doesn't get to play. He's still gonna get a fucking trophy.
Whoa, easy. I was the fat kid on that baseball team, okay, and I could fucking hit. Couldn't run where the fuck, but I could hit. Okay.
That's all right, man. Jared Lorenzo was a big ass quarterback. I'm sure.
Sure was.
That's right.
R.I.P. Hefty
I'm not
lefty.
saying fat people can't play.
I mean, you could even take a few teams out of the Q or the W or even the O and just replace them and put in 4 more freaking ECHL teams. It really wouldn't be that hard.
I guess.
If you don't want to go the route of just straight up adding teams, then start swapping.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea because you can definitely from the Q.
Get your own alignment going.
Or the W, man. I mean, the W has 6 teams missing playoffs. The O has 4. The Q has 4. Or the Q has 2.
Q has 2.
You know, I mean, and the E has none. None are missing the playoffs.
Watching
You have the fucking Walleye going into the fucking playoffs, giving a free pass to the fucking Cyclones.
Yeah. Okay. All right, point taken. Dusty, you got anything to add to that? Or you good there?
I mean, I got the standings here, and Everett, Juju runs a pretty good ship there most times, and the fact that like he said, Toledo is getting a chance to play. Granted, they're probably just going to be fed into the wood chipper against the Cyclones, but the fact that they're even getting another week of hockey over guys like Juju who run Everett, or even Seattle's got a better record than them, I think.
Yeah, Kings.
But
Armada.
It's kind of ridiculous how if you get into the ECHL, it doesn't really matter how you do it during the regular season.
Did you say Armada?
I did. I was thinking of last season.
20, 45, and 7 Armada?
I forgot.
Steelheads, maybe.
There you go.
Next
Wildcats.
up in here,
The Wildcats.
CHL guy yet?
All right, so we can stick a fork in that one. We're good.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa, you're just gonna let you talk about...
Oh shit! I'm sorry. We were all just gonna talk shit about your division, Mike.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mr. Mike Scott.
I totally agree about the playoff, the making the playoff part. We're at a point where I'll eat this sweatshirt, this Notorious sweatshirt, if we lose to Orlando. The first round's going to be awful. But the next 8 teams, however many teams make it to the next round, it's as good of talent as any of the other 3 divisions. I mean, Brampton, Cyclones, Wheeling, Atlanta, South Carolina, and Worcester are as good as all of the other top leading teams. We were all in the same footing. Rolling. We were all in the same footing.
Okay, I'm all for you watching you eat something there, Mike Scott. But I would much prefer that you send me the shirt. I'll wear it, and I'll send you a pair of my underwear. You can eat that.
Nope, I'm gonna eat this sweatshirt.
Damn
live.
it!
You'll have to go live, and I'll eat this sweatshirt if we lose to Orlando.
Okay, hey, book it. Next week, Mike Scott eating a shirt.
Orlando, I have a couple second tags for you, man.
That's right, buddy.
Awesome.
A little late.
The world is against you now. Everybody wants to see you eat a shirt.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm not afraid.
All right, let's.
I mean, obvious of y'all will win. So, and I'm sure once you get to that round, we'll see how that is.
We will see. We will see.
All right, so we'll move on to our second last topic here. I just want to talk briefly about difficulties. And when I say difficulties, I mean difficulties in the CHL with owning, managing. You guys all do it. I've never done it myself, not in the CHL. So what are the difficulties, and what like really sort of chews your ass about doing the dirty work here in the CHL?
Attitudes.
Absolutely.
Attitudes.
Number 1 on the list, attitudes?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
So I assume you're speaking of guys that slide down, right? I assume you're speaking of guys that have slid down through waivers and whatnot, or didn't get bids and feel they should be up in the A or the N. Those are the guys you're speaking of?
Let me just say, I had one guy I got rid of after 1 week after bidding. He wasn't the greatest. We went 4 and 5 the first week. Not great, but not the worst. And because he went 0 and 3, he was like, "I want the fuck out. This team is dog shit." Blah blah blah. All right, cool, bye. And that continued. And it just all that shit just rolls fucking downhill. Once you get one,
Right.
They all start fucking following.
Yep.
Yeah.
And luckily now I have a group that actually wants to fucking play for me. But it's tough to get to that point sometimes. I mean, obviously for teams that just keep winning, it's a lot easier. I had to do it the hard way. So.
Dusty, you got something there. Your hands up. What do you got to say?
Oh, he just said teams that. Never mind. I'm not going to go into that. But it's about building an environment. People that want to be here, people that would rather play for you than go to the A. It would help if their A team is shitty or whatnot. But
hold on, it does not help if their A team is shitty.
No,
it doesn't.
That's
No.
my major problem.
My
Call
starting
ups are
goalie
disgusting.
and one of my starting frickin' centers went up to terrible teams.
They stay there.
Yeah, and they're still there.
I basically
Messaging me every day that they want to come back down, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Right. And maybe that's problem number 2, right? AHL managers fucking you over, right? So.
But it's not really that they fuck you over, man, because when you pick an amateur or you get a draft pick, you're not even sure that they're going to get called up. What does fuck you is them waiting 2 hours before trade deadline for your season, and then it's like, hey, we're calling up 85 people. Good luck trading some of your guys off TC to get somebody. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Well, communication then, right? Like, you would hope you get a little more cooperation and communication from your AHL guys. So.
Yeah, 6 hours before trade deadline,
Yeah.
both of them get called up to 2 different teams. I was like, son of a bitch. I went from just needing to replace fucking Undershot at fucking left wing to needing to replace Undershot at left wing, a fucking center, and a goalie. Like, motherfucker.
Yep.
Like.
Well, it's also management's responsibility to limit that risk, and there's some things that are unavoidable, unforeseeable. Again,
you're coming from a team that's winning. I'm just saying.
Wood or whatever. I don't know if they can still move, but for the most part, we built the team that wants to be here. Minimizing call up risk and availability. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, but if you pick up a draft roster, you're asking for trouble. Like I literally had to DP for my DPs to return. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's the only
I'll give you an
I
example. When I fleeced Mike Smith for Sexy, I talked to
Please for that. That was a fleece.
yeah. Well, I talked to Sexy Sloths, the center that I took from you. I talked to his AHL management, and I told him, hey, look, like, what are the odds he gets called up? X, Y, and Z. And he told me.
I also feel like he had a little worse availability when he was on my team. I'm not sure about that, but it felt like he wasn't totally.
Again, it comes down to people actually wanting to play.
No, I know, and it worked out. The guys you traded back were actually one of them's still one of our top 4 D-man. So.
Yeah, I saw that. I feel a little bit more bad if that didn't work out in your favor, but yeah, I mean, you got to do your homework as management.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. That's a very strong point. Like, if you're a lazy manager, you're gonna get fucked. The guys who really dedicate themselves to it and put the work in, they're generally gonna succeed. Not always, but generally. So there's.
If I could give some advice to new management coming in, if the season doesn't start off great for you, that doesn't mean that it's over.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot of people end up just giving up and just sitting pat. You got to make moves. If you're not doing well, got to make moves. You got to keep making those moves until you get a team that you're comfortable with that could do well. Unfortunately for me, it might be a little too late. I'm a little low on the seating, but at least I got a team that I'm happy to play with. So.
Start of the season, 2 things. One, you want to make sure that you get a GM who understands what the fuck he's doing. Whether that GM really knows how to play or not, if he can build you a team and help you build around and can take some of your frustration from the site, that helps.
You complimenting Grizz right now?
No, he's an AGM.
Oh,
But yeah, that's the next part.
Right.
He's stroking his own dick right now.
That's right. Find yourself an AGM who's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, but he can be something that you can use, like Grizz, because Grizz was a draft pick. What did we do? We went and talked to his AHL owner, and we asked him, you got a good team. Any way we can make this guy our manager? Obviously, that saves him and keeps him from going up. And what has he done since he's got for us, or been here with us, man? Look at the roster we've got. I mean, we did get blessed with Big Lou, who is probably the best D-man in this league. I don't care what anybody else says, he probably is the best D-man in the CHL. But we get blessed with something like that. What's up?
Don't tell Greggy that.
I love Greggy to death, man, and Greggy was on seconds, yes, but Big Lou is something unrealistic, man. I've seen him go on our third line, I say our third line, which is still winning, and take over that game as a defensive standpoint. And you sit back and you go, man, I wish I had 5 more of this guy right here, because if I did, we'd be the 72 Dolphins and just literally go undefeated every game. Seriously. But that's the thing. When you find your third person, my suggestion is find you a draft pick who's really good and knows this, and talk to their AHL guy and have them become a manager so they can't get called up. Those guys are guys that you can build teams around, and people want to play for them.
All right. So fair. I think we covered that as well. The last thing we got to do, like we can't go series by series or anything like that. Who's gonna win? But you guys got one pick. Who's gonna win the Memorial Cup this year? And asterisk, you cannot pick your team. So who you got winning the Memorial Cup this year? And I want to start with Dusty. DUSTydanglezz, who's your pick to win the Memorial Cup this year?
You know what? I have to say Gat. I like what they put together. They got star-studded defensemen. Absolutely terrifying team to play against. This is a quote from another owner in your league there. But
you gonna drop a name?
Of mine. If you did your homework, you'd probably find out who he is.
Okay.
But it looks like a very complete 3 lines of depth. Not like I said, it's not an all-star first line or whatnot, but just a deep. All 3 lines can play competitive with any 3 lines in the CHL.
All right.
Let me throw this out real. Leading our team in points. That's got to say something bad right there.
Okay, well,
I'm talking about your team.
yeah, you just spoke. Now, you go ahead and take it. Now, Roland, who do you think is going to win the Memorial Cup this year? Can't be Gatineau. Who's it going to be?
We played against Victoriaville this season, and we've matched up against Oshawa in a couple of warm-up games, and it's pretty close between those two. But I think Victoria is gonna. I think they're going to end up pulling it out, man. It's a very tough team to play with or play against. They're very good, man. Considering that they consider their third line to be Val Larat, and he's a very good center. So I think Victoria has a good chance at it.
Mike, are you having a stroke there? Are you okay?
Did
He hates me.
Did nobody notice that he literally just sold his team as the Memorial Cup winners while mentioning another team?
Yeah,
We matched up really well against them all season, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick them. Like what? Shut the fuck up!
I wouldn't say it's terribly egregious, but maybe a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, well,
I'm down with that, man.
that's a 2-minute minor. Roland, you got to sit there for 2 minutes. Silence.
Get yourself a medium cold brew.
SirMikeKnight, who's your pick for the Memorial Cup this season?
I gotta go with I gotta go a little nutty on this one.
Oh, I like Nutty.
Nutty Grandpa.
Oh,
Well,
well.
Storm.
Okay.
It's his season, man. I've been rooting for him every fucking season. It's his season. It's it. This is it. He made it further than he ever did last season. Didn't win it. It's this. This is it. This is it. This is Nutty Grandpa's year.
There you go. Nutty Grandpa, you hear that? Sir Mike the Knight is in your corner. That's got to count for something. All right. And finally, Mike Scott. Who you got? Can't be the Railers.
No, but this might not surprise you, but the Cincinnati Cyclones from the ECHL. ECHL is winning the men. Cincinnati is they're not, shut up, Roland. They're 9 forwards deep. Their defense is insane, and they have a guy that was, I don't want to bring up this controversy again, but dropped from the All-Star game, Teal Cypress. So,
Is the ECHL ownership just one giant circle jerk?
that's, yeah, absolutely.
What you got to do to stay together? I get it.
Team, we're going to support each other, unlike you guys.
Ooh.
And
Snap!
We're winning the men.
Nobody's a bigger Vehi fan than me.
All right.
Can we look up which division has won the last 3 Mem Cups?
Someone probably could. I don't do shit with stats, but
Pretty sure it's the OH.
Oh,
It's been
Bendy
asterisk
O.
season.
No asterisks.
No, there's no asterisks.
Well, we're not-
For the last, Florida was poo. Yeah, I don't carry your poo, man. You get caught for bullshit like that. Speaking of that, man, the Untouchables are here. So.
Yeah, I like that name.
Absolutely.
Worried about the name.
And
No. It grows on you.
I love it.
I'm going to go ahead and throw a pick out there, too. I don't look at stats. I don't know shit. But I'm just going to go off my gut, and it is quite substantial. So I'm going to say, from the QMJHL, I'm going to pick the Cataracts to win it. You know why I'm picking you? I'm picking you because I like your logo. I like the full headdress. It's very nice. Very nice colors on your jerseys. I can't go wrong with that. Cataracts, my choice for the Memorial Cup this year. Congratulations on winning, guys.
Cool.
So that really is all the topics I had for today. I guess, we're coming right up on about 45 minutes here. That's longer than I usually go. But, so we'll cut it off. But
Sorry, I'm a bit long-winded.
a little lungy on that guy. He likes to talk, but that's okay. So I'll give you all an opportunity before we take off. If you want to say something, shout out to anybody who asked you to do it for $5 or a buddy, or if, hey, you want to shit on someone right now? Here's your chance. Have a big old steamer on someone's chest. Who wants to go first?
I'll take it.
Attaboy.
That's what I heard.
Shout out, I forget, there's a lot of people that yelled at me. Well, the Railers, Matt, VMVTT, has been doing all my work as GM this year. I made 84 trades and didn't do anything else. So, shout out him. Shout out Donnie Wood, All-Star Game snub. Dom Silva in the Minnesota Wild. And God.
One of those trades, by the way, was me. Huge mistake, buddy. Should have never done that.
I hate for you. Were just a casualty of war. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Fodder. Dusty, what do you got? Who are you going to shit on? You want to shit on someone? You look like a guy who's full of shit right now.
I haven't seen any of my forum posts here, but I like to do the shit posting and whatnot. I'll do a shout out.
Do it.
Xbox Bing, my GM. It's like the way Spokane is run. It's like England. Where I am the figurehead, even though I don't do a whole. I mean, Bing does a lot of the heavy lifting sometimes. I do schedule. I hear through the woodworks about certain trades that are possibilities and whatnot, but Bing does a lot of the heavy lifting. And, going back to what we were talking about with Erie, Anderson, he might not have had that kind of guy. And I might have ended up like that if I didn't have a guy like Xbox Bing. But, who I'll shit on for your enjoyment?
Oh, please do.
I guess I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look back here on some of the things I've posted, but I've had a lot of people doubt me, and I don't know why that is. Is the W a weak division? Whatnot. It's not the best one. I'll give you that, but it's. I just love putting people in body bags for their freezing cold takes, and if you say something. I remember a couple weeks ago that guy from the Cougars said something about, we're going to beat the undefeated line. We were undefeated at the time.
That Jordan.
Just a bunch of pigeons. And I don't know why it is. It's like, because I'm a relatively new guy. I mean, you guys have been here for season after season after season. And,
you calling us
I'm
old?
relatively new here. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
I'm guaranteeing, now that they've seen you, Dusty, they're going to hate you for a whole new reason. You're one goddamn good-looking man. Roland J, who you got? Shoutouts, shit. What do you want to say?
Well, obviously, I got to do this once in the show. Flint and 6. That's all that matters. And Gat is back. I feel this is my season. Fuck what Mike said. That's right. Fuck what Mike said. I'm all about Nutty getting his shit, but you know what? This old man right here wants to get his Nutty. How about that?
Oh, jeez.
You got to get out of the first round first.
It's how, you know what? This could be the season.
Rolling it at 40. At 40, can you even still get it up to get your nut off or what?
No, I take the blue pill.
Attaboy.
Twice a day. Just to make sure.
All right. That's all you got there, Rolling, then?
Honesty's the best policy.
In playoffs, here we are, buddy. It's
all right.
time, man.
And I'm going to give the final word to Mr. SirMikeKnight, because you've been here forever, and you're the CHL sort of stalwart, so thank you for doing this show, by the way, and bringing some legitimacy to my little shitcast here. So go ahead and finish us up, Mike.
All right, here we go. Let's start by saying, Dangle Nation, you're a fucking idiot. Second, guys, I'm going to be doing the Doghouse Awards. I don't know, Notorious, if you have ever had the privilege of watching.
I have. I have, actually.
The Doghouse Awards are back this season. Like I said, we will do one show every season. I am looking for co-hosts, so get your names in. Hit me up on the site or on Discord if you happen to have me. Other than that, I'm just going to do what I always do, LG. Vape away.
All right. And with a giant cloud of vape, that is it for us tonight. I want to thank you all for watching, joining us here for Quick Wrap CHL edition. Will I be back next week? I don't know. I was off for a long time, lost the flavor for it. Kind of got the itch. I kind of enjoyed it. You guys are great guests. Loved having you on. Thank you all. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you for being so good to give me your time and your attention. Yes, Biggie Smalls.
It always feels good to be the best looking guy on this screen right now.
Roland, what the fuck's on your shirt, Roland? Everyone else showed their shirt. What the fuck's on your shirt?
Bacardi.
Very nice.
Pay me for it.
I'm from Detroit, and I couldn't agree more with your Lions shit. I mean, the people of this city are absolute idiots for believing.
I'm surprised you haven't been shot yet, man. You look like the kind of guy that somebody walks by and goes, I'm going to shoot that motherfucker tonight.
All right.
I have an intelligent response to that.
CHL, it's been a pleasure.
Duck and dodge, buddy.
CHL, it's been a pleasure. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We're out of here. Good luck in the playoffs, everybody. Have a great night.